Take two. Okay. What is up, Screen Junkies? It is your friendly neighborhood Chaz here, and I have got the absolute latest in breaking microscopic tidbits of information that we can use to extrapolate from and build an imaginary movie inside of our heads that is so overblown that it will never compare to anything that will actually be on the screen, and it'll be a disappointment when we finally see it in theaters. Why, you might ask? Well, because that's kind of what we do, and we're damn good at it. So, let's get going. As some of you might know, Marvel's Avengers Infinity War is starting up pre-production in the coming months. But other than the fact that Thanos' manliest of man-chins is going to make us just feel a little bit inferior when we see it on the big screen, we don't know very much else. But worry not, because the rumor buzzards are circling overhead and they are squawking their brains out. Buzzards don't squawk, they screech. They do like a blood-curdling, nightmare-inducing screech. But you know what, that's besides the point, I'm getting off topic. The rumor that's going around the internet right now is that the Russo brothers' Infinity War is going to very closely follow that of the original comic book storyline. Timeout button. That's awesome. Seriously, how rad would that be to get a big-budget cinematic take on the tale of Thanos, right? An ancient alien elder god in his mission to try and seduce death, the personification of death herself, by collecting the ultimate powers in the universe so that he can use them to eradicate all life for her. Like, for reals. Seduction via mass murder. I'm telling you, it works. It's all about confidence. Confidence. Alright, so we have our rumor, right? So what does that actually mean? Well, first off, if you haven't read the original comic books, stop this video. Just stop it right now. Go read those comics, because seriously, they're some of the best comic books in the last several decades. Alright, now that they're gone, and we are all up to speed, as you know, in the comic books, Thanos uses the Infinity Gauntlet to snap his fingers and immediately eradicate 1/3 of the known universe in the entire comic book continuity 616. And yeah, I know, it's badass. Like, seriously badass. But here's the thing. When you move that over into the into the cinematic realm, it can be a little bit problematic. And the reason why I say it can be problematic is because of the word known. It's the known universe, right? In order for this event to have any sort of meaningful impact, we're going to have to lose some characters that we know and love, because let's be honest, if we haven't seen you punch or kick an alien and or Nazi in the face, we just don't care about you. And considering the fact that the roster of characters is pretty limited relative to the comic books, cutting it down by 1/3 could severely limit the amount of people we can have in the movies. So, damn it. Off.
Hello. So, does that mean that we're going to see Marvel's Netflix and television heroes make an appearance on the big screen?
And I'm back again. That is a very, very good question, familiar sounding voice that is just different enough not to be on the hook for any sort of intellectual property infringement. Jesus, that was dumb. But we're going to keep going with it. And the answer to that question is maybe, but probably not. Listen, the getting all of those schedules synchronized between cinema and Netflix and television would be a logistical nightmare, and perfectly honest, probably a bigger hassle than Marvel wants to deal with. So we probably shouldn't hold our breath expecting to see our favorite MC Net TV heroes on the big screen anytime soon, outside of maybe some of the bigger players like Daredevil or the return of Agent Phil Coulson. But now that I have that out of the way, I have a proposal what I actually think kind of makes a lot of sense. If Marvel uses or sacrifices the small screen heroes in that 1/3, that'd be a very clean and easy way to get across the gravity of the situation without sacrificing many, or if any at all, of our cinematic players. And I think it actually sweetens the deal because it would be so simple, because all you really would need would be some sweet exposition. Made a choice, didn't work out, but I'm sticking to it. I'm a man of integrity. Gonna jump off screen again. So, that's a very good point. But do you really think that Thanos is gonna try and seduce death? The literal interpretation from the comics? A hooded, robed supermodel with a skull for a head? That's outlandish, even for the most exuberant of MCU fans, don't you know? That is an... Oh man, that is an even more excellent point. Even more familiar sounding voice that is old enough now to be considered public domain. And what I would say to that is, once again, probably not. Listen, it would be awesome to see death, like stripped straight from the comic books and put on the big screen, but chances are that's not going to happen because Marvel's probably going to go with a safer bet and allocate, is that the right word? I don't think it is, but it doesn't matter. Probably going to designate the role of love interest to Thanos to somebody that we've already been introduced to. And my guess for that would be Hela, who's going to be introduced to us in 2017's Thor Ragnarok. And played by two-time Academy Award winner Cate Blanchett. I know, right? Cate Blanchett. Seriously, we've had some amazing players in the Marvel Cinematic Universe so far. I mean, we've got some real heavy hitters, but that is the highest pedigree that we have to date. Cate Blanchett. Seriously, I'm talking directly to you right now, Marvel. This is actually the smartest move. To use Hela instead of Death. As much as I would love to see Death, using Hela makes the most sense, continuity-wise, and to be perfectly honest, it allows you to take advantage of Cate Blanchett. Like, seriously. Because the only reason you wouldn't do this is if you kill her off in Thor Ragnarok, and if you do that, that is the dumbest move you will have made to date. And I'm going to be honest, you've made a lot of really boneheaded moves in regards to your villains. I mean, how are you going to establish an entire universe of superheroes if they have no one to fight because you keep frickin' killing them off? Okay, rant done. Listen, the truth of the matter is this. We don't actually have any facts right now, just rumors. And I know, I'm with you. There's nothing more fun than sitting around the rumor mill and speculating all day long on how awesome it would be to see Magus show up, or Magnus, or an Adam Warlock, or how freaking amazing it would be to get the doppelgangers in on this, especially if we get Tom Holland's Spider-Man doppelganger, the one that we see all throughout tormenting Spider-Man in the comic books. That would be super awesome. But like I said, it's just speculation at this point, and honestly, it is within our best interest not to get too excited, because that's how we get our expectations set too damn high, and that's how we get things like Batman versus Superman, a movie that is honestly not as bad as a lot of people make it out to be, but we had our hype train set to maximum, and it was pretty much disliked when it came out by almost everybody. And we have no one to blame for ourselves when it gets to that point but us. So, I've been your friendly neighborhood Chaz, and I've had a great time hanging out with you, and I will see you next time. Okay, now that the mature disclaimer is done, of course we're going to speculate. Of course we're gonna rumor. Of course we're gonna blow this out of proportion, because that's what we do. Weren't you listening at the beginning of the video? That's what's the most fun. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna continue this conversation over at Screen Junkies Plus. All right, so pop over there, and we're gonna continue this speculation train. All right, I'm gonna get us started with my thoughts for what's gonna happen in Marvel's Infinity War Part 1. Picture this: everything goes black. Credits start rolling. Boom. Comes back up. What do we get? We get a scene that shows that Howard the Duck is actually, in reality, Donald's father. Yeah, Donald the Duck. So, he's his father. That's what gets him to join the Avengers, because he wants to save want to say Beverly Switzler. I think that's her name. I'm pretty sure that's her name. From A Fate Befall by Thanos, right? And we all know who's going to play her, right? Leah Thompson. I mean, it has to be. Anyways, I'm sorry. I'm just rambling at this point. I'll see you over at Screen Junkies Plus. I've been your friendly neighborhood Chaz, and it's been so much fun hanging out with you guys. Catch you later.